Iowa football receives a silver lining. After one of the most dreadful performances on offense in program history, the Hawkeyes receive a commitment from a 2024 quarterback who actually had some good offers and provides a bit of mobility. Man, Iowa fans need to hear that. We'll talk about the commitment of James Resar in a moment, but first I want to thank our sponsor, Ascent Nutrition, and their Ascent Coffee. I tell you, this stuff is great. It's pure, it's clean, it's mold and mycotoxin free. It'll perk you up in the morning, and you guys out there that are in for a long work week ahead of you, you need some of this to get through it. Ascent Coffee, visit goascentnutrition.com. Again, goascentnutrition.com. Use the code Hawkeyes at checkout for 15% off your order. And when you order a bag and use that code Hawkeyes, it helps this channel out. It supports from the Hawkeye of the Storm. Also want to thank Randy Engel and Under the Kitchen. Great Hawkeye artwork. If you haven't checked out his stuff, visit Under the Kitchen on Facebook. He's doing great stuff and all variety of sports too. Wrestling, men's basketball, football, all kinds of great Hawkeye artwork from Randy Engel at Under the Kitchen. All right, so Iowa gets a commitment out of a class of 2024 quarterback, and this is a positive one, especially given the circumstances. James Resar visits Iowa yesterday for the Cy-Hawk game. It's one of the most ugly games in Iowa football offensive history, and yet they get a commitment out of the kid who did have some good high major offers. Had an offer out of Indiana, out of Georgia Tech, Wake Forest, had some interest from Notre Dame. He's 6'4". I mean, he's only a junior in high school. He could grow another inch or two. Probably don't want him to, given his skill set. Resar is a guy who's got speed. That's what's amazing about him. You look at his commitment and you say, well, he's probably another statuesque quarterback at 6'4", 204 per on three. But no, he's got a really good set of feet. Kid's got some wheels. Speed and athleticism is what stands out when you watch him on tape. Now, he's not your most agile guy. I mean, he's not going to juke you out of your shoes. But when he gets into the open field, you better watch out. The kid's got wheels. He's got a good arm. He can throw from the pocket. I mean, I think he's still, I know somebody called him a dual threat earlier today. I think he's going to be a pro-style pocket passer at a place like Iowa, but he's going to be a guy like C.J. Beathard that can make plays with his feet. And boy, Iowa needs that maybe more than anything. They need a guy who can not only throw in the pocket, but escape, move around in the pocket, move out of the pocket. He throws well on the run. That's something that Iowa has been missing from Spencer Petras here over recent time. He is a 3/4-star recruit, depending on what recruiting service you look at. At one time, he was a top 100 kid. He is not now. But I'll say this, when you now look at Marco Lainez in 2023 and now James Resar in 2024, they've got some athleticism and some speed, mobility from those two guys. Now, Carson May is not your most agile or your fastest quarterback in the world. He, of course, came in this year as a freshman. But Petras, I don't think is coming back next year. We'll talk about that down the road. Alex Padilla will likely be back next year. Will it be his team? We'll see. But my point is Iowa recruiting for the future, and I do like the guys they have coming in now, but specifically James Resar and Marco Lainez. Now, one little asterisk when we're talking about commitments like this. Let's not forget that Spencer Petras was a high 3-star and a 4-star according to some recruiting services. And I hate to knock Spencer, but it hasn't exactly worked out. So, recruiting services and rankings are one thing, especially at the quarterback position, but being able to actually translate it to Big Ten football is quite another. The good news is the skill set from Resar translates, I think, to success in 2024 more so than a Spencer Petras style of quarterbacking. So congratulations to James Resar and Iowa football. Boy, overcoming what was a dreadful performance to grab James Resar. We'll talk more about that dreadful performance and my concerns moving forward later today, right here from the Hawkeye of the Storm. Appreciate you all tuning in. As always, please hit that like button. Please subscribe, and we'll talk to you soon.